Hey guys, it's been a long time since I have done a vlog, but I figured it was time to give you guys an update on some stuff going on with life and travel and PAX East and such. So I'm Waylord Minion 777 for those who don't know. Everyone, I will be out of town. I'm actually, whenever you're watching this, I will be in New York with D Live and Entuin, and I think JP's coming up there. And I don't even know what all's going on. But we're gonna be up in New York for a couple days with D Live, just hanging out, relaxing before PAX. Thursday, Friday, we'll be up in Boston for PAX East, and we'll be coming back the Monday after. So a lot of the stuff that you're seeing, well, all of it, has been pre-recorded and stuff, and Edit Day's been doing a great job editing, keeping up with all the crap I've thrown at her for this crazy trip, and all the different trips and travel things we've had going on already this year. There may also be some cool stuff going on at the end of the month with Maker, but I'll talk about Maker at the end here. First, I want to talk about PAX East. I don't know why I said East so loudly, but I have 3 different panels, and I think 2 different signings I'll be doing at PAX East, as well as being around on the floor. So I hope to meet a lot of you guys there. For those of you that will be at East, tell your friends who will be there, or whoever else that'll be there if they don't already know and they want to come to these. There's a panel. Let me pull this up. Friday, this one's really exciting. Friday at 11:30 to 12:30 a.m. to p.m. JP, Pat, Gar, and I will be doing our first step. It's the first time all 4 of us will ever be in one place at the same time, so it's really exciting as it is. But we'll have a panel called Together for the First Time with Lord Minion 777, Patrick Static, Guruku, Blue Moon, and JPW03. That is in the Bobcat Theater at 11:30 a.m. Friday, March 10th in Boston for PAX East. There'll be a signing afterward at 1 o'clock in the Q room, 1 to 2:30 or 3 or whatever, in the Q room for Pat, Gar, JP, and I. For those of you that watch us, it's really exciting for us to be together, and I really hope that if you're in Boston, you'll come check it out, the panel. We'll have a great time. We'll probably open it up to some Q&A and stuff, and you guys can, see us all there for the first time together. So I hope you all make it to that if you can. If you can't, that's okay, but if you can, definitely be there. I'm really excited for that. There is a bit of conflict if you guys are looking to go to Mark's signing. That starts at what? No, it starts at noon. So his signing kind of happens right in the middle of the panel, but that'll be over with by the time for our signing, I believe. But unfortunately, Mark has a signing right there. I tried to move things around or whatever else to try to avoid any conflict with that, but unfortunately, that is the way it is. So there's a Mark signing, as well as, Pat, Gar, JP, and I will have a panel and a signing all there on Friday, starting at 11:30 a.m. Bobcat Theater. On Saturday, let's pull this up. I'm on a panel with Mark and Bob, and this time Tyler and Ethan will also be joining us. We are on a panel at 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. in the main theater. So 1:30, I would say for that one, definitely. The one on Friday, you probably want to get there a little early too, just to be safe. But I'd say that one on Saturday with Mark and everything, I'd probably get there a couple hours early, maybe even a few hours early for that one. Unfortunately, there's no signing directly tagged with that one. Mark's got the signing on Friday instead. Just the way it is. I don't know the details, but there's that. And then on Sunday, I'm doing a panel with Bob and Ethan, and maybe a special guest with green hair, but it depends, because that special guest also has a signing on Sunday, so we will see if he can join us or not. But that will be Sunday, 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. in the Bobcat Theater. Are You a Robot with me, Bob, Ethan, and maybe Jack. We'll see. Like I said, Jack's got another commitment that day. I gotta see if he can join us. There's a signing afterward. That is at 4 o'clock in the Q room. So 4 to 5:30 in the Q room, you can meet the 3 of us. Even if Jack makes it to the panel, I don't think he could make it to the autograph session because of another commitment. I gotta talk to Jack and figure out his plan exactly, but in any case, that is what we're looking at doing at PAX East. Staying pretty busy during the other parts of the day as well, but I'm excited to get to meet you guys and see you guys. It's been a long time. By that I mean like a month and a half since South, but a year since East, so there's that. Feels like forever ago that we were in Boston last, just because we went to so many different places last year. A little life update. Molly and I are doing wedding venue decoration stuff, and it's really exciting. We're nailing down some of the details for our wedding, and I don't want to go into a whole lot here, just because I can't account for a bunch of people showing up to the wedding, so I'm not going to go into any details on things till after the wedding's done with, but it's really exciting to try to get all this stuff sorted out and just know that we're that much closer to, yeah, sealing the deal and putting a ring on it. Because I already put a ring on, but she's got to put a ring. We have to... wedding stuff, you know. Oh, the maker thing. Yeah, so a lot of you probably know there's a lot of bad press going on with Maker right now, and I'm not at liberty, nor do I... Well, I'm not at liberty because I don't know a whole lot to say much about it. From my understanding, Disney's trying to reorganize a lot of things because they bought Maker a couple years ago and they're trying to change things around. So there's been a lot of bad press, but before all of that stuff went down, before the stuff with Felix went down, etc., I was in talks with them about possibly doing hosting a show on the Polaris channel, and I think that's still going forward. We got to talk it through and see. I don't know. I can't share a whole lot of details because it's all confidential right now because it's all in the planning processes. But yeah, so that'd be fun too. I had to do some serious soul searching to see if I was comfortable doing it because of all the bad press going on with Maker right now. I wanted to look into it more and see, like, is this something I want to be, you know, putting my face on, or is this something I want to just kind of be like, it was fun while it lasted, like my Dragon and Arc. But I think overall, you know, a lot of these decisions aren't Maker decisions, and Maker itself is, you know, they're hurting too. They've had to lose some employees that I'm sure they didn't want to lose, and it's a rough time for them. It's a rough time for creators, and I can't say I'm happy with all the decisions that have been made, but I'm also not the one who owns it and has to make the decisions, because, you know, Disney wants to make a profit. You know, that's the way businesses work. They want to make money, so they bought Maker to make money, and if they didn't think it was doing what it was supposed to do, I guess they decided to redo the whole thing. So we'll see what happens when the dust settles. Anytime, though, people lose their sponsorships or their contracts, their jobs, there's just nothing good about that aspect of things. There's nothing happy about people losing work and struggling, and I don't know. It makes me sad. It breaks my heart, and my thoughts go out to all the people that have been affected, not just in that, but, you know, around the world and everyday lives, just people that lose jobs or find themselves struggling to find employment and making ends meet. I definitely know how that goes. For those of you that have seen my Draw My Life, I think I touched on some of that stuff in there. But yeah, anywho, I think that's about it. That covered the major topics. There's some other traveling going on this year. There's a lot of stuff I'm not supposed to talk about because I'm not technically the one that's in charge of it all. I'm just like, hey, Wade, you want to be a part of something? What is it? Sure. Don't tell anybody. Okay. So, a lot of conversations like that. So I can't go into a whole lot of details, but there's some exciting things hopefully going on this year. I think some friends of mine hopefully will have some, well, that sounds weird. That's, hopefully some people will be making announcements about different things that they're trying to do to entertain you guys this year. We'll see what happens with all of that. I'll be at PAX West. Molly and I are hoping to go to BlizzCon. As of right now, West and BlizzCon are the only other two conventions we're planning on attending this year. We might go back to the GDEX in Columbus, Ohio. We'll see about other small or big conventions depending on where we're at in the year, but wedding planning is number one for us this year. We want to make sure that we have everything sorted out for our wedding next year, and I don't know, that's about it. So, sorry for the boring, like, let me throw information at you kind of vlog we've had, but I wanted to touch on a couple serious issues, you know, just real tenderly. I don't know a whole lot of details. And if there's one thing I don't want to do, guys, I don't want to throw my opinion at you on something I know very little about, because that's just uninformed and it would skew things the wrong way. I don't know a whole lot about why Disney did what they did. I don't know a whole lot about Felix and his situation. I don't know a whole lot about, you know, Maker reorganizing stuff. I just don't know the details enough to where I feel like I'm qualified to have a strong opinion on it. Because generally, if something is done, especially in business, it is done for a reason. And while we may not agree with the way things are done sometimes, or, you know, what's happening, ultimately, they have their reasons for doing it, and I don't know enough to really have a strong opinion on it. So, Anywho, if you're thinking I'm just trying to dance around the subject, truth be told, I'm just ignorant, and I don't want to come around professing ignorance to you guys, or, you know, trying to tell you things are one way when they might not be. But, hopefully I'll see you all at PAX East in Boston. If you won't be there, hopefully you'll be at PAX West or at BlizzCon. West is in Seattle. I think BlizzCon's in California. I want to say it's at the LA Convention Center or Anaheim or something, but I could be wrong about that. I think that's it. So, anywho, if you guys see me out and about, say hello. And I hope to see you all soon. I hope you're doing very well. Hope 2017 is treating you well. We've had some strange weather in Cincinnati. It's been very warm, so my body's not ready for the cold of Boston, but I'll do my best to prepare for it. And I hope you all have a great day. Until next time. See ya, guys.